me by the hand. Take me by the hand. Take me by the hand. He, him, they, them. He, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. Me by the hand. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. What the fuck is he wearing? It's not Halloween. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my god, am I bending the head? Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my god, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Hey darling, you can smile more. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. That's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cup. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. You're some Hollywood horse bitch. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. I'm gonna make wad of your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my god, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. You got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. So fucking crazy. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Fuck off. Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. She's like, it's so. Oh look, what a coincidence. God damn, I hate this thing. I can't say the word tampon.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
What are you doing?
Adjusting your breasts. You fainted and they shifted all out of whack. There.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello! Welcome. This is my favorite part of the stream. Is just when I play Ocean Man. My chart topping, I say mine and problem being. My chart topping. Well, we came in at number 2 on the UK iTunes electronic chart, and we hit number 70, about number 72 on the UK iTunes charts. Full stop. Did you have a chart topper Did you have it? No, I did. And just seeing everyone's face. Well, more comment, obviously, because this is a stream. Everyone's comment the Nightmare Fuel, which let's just be totally honest, you love. The Nightmare Fuel that you love and adore. Hey, it was Gary's turn for the real BBC last week, or this week, I should say. I mean, technically last week, 'cause it's Sunday. Sunday is the beginning of the new week. Some people dispute that. They're wrong. So we don't have to do a super chat catch up for that. So we can start talking about stuff. And a couple of big topics I want to discuss, obviously, is G4. As I take my vitamin D tablet. Boom, down it goes. And when I say Marvel Comics is a dark little secret, gonna break some news today. Gonna break a little bit of news. My contact, I don't have any, you know, I don't try and BS. Oh, I got contacts everywhere. No, I don't. I have a few contacts, mainly the comic book industry, because of everything that's going on. And I had multiple contacts about a very specific piece of information, which links to another piece of information, which I broke a little bit ago. And even contacted Marvel about it on Twitter. And Marvel, surprise, surprise, chose not to respond to it. Now, of course, if the information that I get, because I was very specific, I know I'm being around the houses, but when we get to it, we get to it. Or I might even drop it right now. I don't know. But the information that I contacted Marvel with openly on Twitter, if it was incorrect, if it was wrong, then Marvel could have clapped my cheeks. They could have clapped my cheeks there on Twitter, made an example out of me, but no, they just chose to ignore it. So yeah, let's just, I've got a couple of supers here already. 3 supers. Wow. And then I might actually drop it. Actually, we might talk about this first and go into G4 second. So I'm gonna drop this. I have been contacted by multiple contacts within the comic book industry that are telling me that Sam Ammonot has been fired from Marvel, or is negotiating her leave, as in fired. And they are claiming that this does relate to the allegations against her of sexual impropriety against at least 2 men in Marvel, saying that they had better get in line with her desires, or she will make their life exceedingly difficult in the comic industry. And so I'm gonna, again, if you don't know who Sam Ammonot is, Sam Ammonot basically runs Marvel Comics. That's who she is. Basically runs Marvel Comics, but they want to keep it quiet. I wonder why they want to keep it quiet. Is it because, A, she's a woman and not a white heterosexual male? And B, is it because, well, let's just phrase it this way, she isn't white? Is it because she has links to Clintons, to Hillary Clinton? Is it because her brother is in jail did a stint in jail, or might still be in jail for financial misdealings? Is it because she also has connections with a certain person who may or may not have Minecraft themselves. All I know is my contacts are telling me within the comic book industry that they are trying to keep this really quiet. And yeah, we shall see. So I don't know what the exact situation is in terms of leaving. Are they, you know, is she going to negotiate a leave from Marvel? Has she been fired, but they just want to keep that info just stum? Are they going to phrase it that she stepped down and moved on to something else? I think it's SANA and then Amanot, AMANOTT, maybe something like that. Spelling is not quite my forte. But all information is very, very quiet indeed. So I will tweet Marvel Comics right now. At Marvel. In Marvel Entertainment. Is there any truth to the rumor? The U, because I'm British. At Sana Amanot. Now I've got to look up to spell correctly. 1 M, 2 A's, 1 N. Amanat. 1 T. 1 T? 1 T. Has or is comma, or is in the process, end comma, of leaving or being fired from the company? Question mark. Tweet. Be an awful shame if you guys signal boosted that. Be an awful shame if that got hit multiple times for Marvel Comics. But yes, I tweeted about the impropriety to Marvel, which they didn't respond to. Didn't have to, but like I said, it's a heck of a rumor about an employee that you might want to address. It's quite ironic, really, considering this is the way that the Whisper Network work. Of course, the Whisper Network seek a target, usually a successful straight white man within the comic book industry with influence and sales, more importantly, and then try and tear him down. They've done it with multiple. They turn on their how would you describe them? They turn on their peers. Let's just say they turn on their peers. Many people have been made an example of. Many people have been slapped into line. Scott Snyder slapped into line. He was on holiday with his family, with his wife and 2 kids, when the hideous ghoul that is Heather Antos was screaming and shouting that he needs to disavow, I think it was Comicsgate or something. And instead of Scott Snyder saying, "Who the fuck are you? Maybe you can tell me what to do when you've got the level of sales that I've got. Otherwise, button it, darling." That's the Heather Antos, by the way, that left Marvel in the middle, as your boy Zach would say, in the middle of the day crying. She got sacked from Marvel. And then she's been bouncing from one indie comic book company to another. She's blacklisted. I do have that on good authority. She's blacklisted from DC and Marvel. DC because of her attack on Jay. What's my jiggy? My brain's kind of not functioning. My brain is just on Elden Ring o'clock. That's all it wants to think about. One of Jim Lee's besties who did a cover for EVS on a comic that hasn't come out yet. And because he was Jay Lee's Jay Lee and Jim Lee, yeah. It was Jay Lee and Jim Lee. Because he was Jim Lee's bestie, she got absolutely annihilated. So did somebody who decided to join Heather Antos, a certain Tom King, who was trying to be empowered by the Whisper Network because he didn't want to be a target himself, but he got absolutely bitch slapped back into place by Jim Lee as well. Surprise, surprise, we haven't heard a peep out of Tom King since as regards to that. Remember, the Whisper Network, this is one of the reasons why this information is so, I think, being covered. Remember when the, excuse me, remember when the Whisper Network managed to facilitate through Tom King, who sounds like a complete cuck, I can't stop thinking about Oleg Roderick. I can't. Remember they facilitated the I will not grape my fellow female employees, and they got all the men from the comic book industry. Well, they didn't get all the men, but they got, you know, all the big names, Scott Snyder and all these boys. They got them to repost it. And then suddenly you have Sama Amanat, who is the head of Marvel Comics. And it seems that she's used her position of power in an inappropriate way. In a way, maybe because it's out there that they couldn't justify it, because all it needs is a few people to start asking Marvel, is this true? Is this true? Is this true? And something would eventually give. So just imagine if a year down the line, irrefutable evidence or something came out and it was discovered that Marvel Comics were protecting her. That would be horrendous. So yeah, it looks like this is insane, this level of hypocrisy within the industry. It's one rule for thee, another for me. Paint certain people as the bad guys while they themselves, I mean, you know, we've seen how the Whisper Network have operated. We've seen Mags Visaggio, Joe Glass, Kwanzaa attack Sean Gordon Murphy on at least 3 occasions, to the degree that I believe he actually had to get legal aid to, well, I say legal aid, legal recourse to shut them up. But now, of course, Sean Gordon Murphy's virtue signaling left, right, and center, thinking maybe that he can win the hearts of the Whisper Network and the heart. You know, I'm an ally, I'm a friend. No, you're not. I said it a couple of weeks ago. You're the number one target. You will never do anything that they will approve of. You are the number one target. You're straight, you're white, you're successful, and you got sales, and that's not allowed. That is not allowed. And even though Mags has now been pushed out of that equation, they just need another opportunity and they'll go again. It's amazing how doesn't he have a book? Doesn't he have the next chapter in the Murphy verse coming out this month? Where's the advertising been? Where's the promotion been from DC? Where is it? I've seen virtually nothing. The only thing that I have seen is Sean Gordon Murphy talking about how making characters black is necessary. Making I don't know which character it is now because so many characters are being race changed and gender changed and sexuality changed. I'm losing track. I think it's Black Robin for this one. Maybe it'll be fucking LGBTQ Ace the Dog next. But even he said in his in the article, because I think I did a video on it or I talked about it. Even he said it's window dressing. This might be looked at as window dressing. Well, that's because it is. That's because it is, and it doesn't matter how many characters you turn black or how many characters you turn gay, Sean. You're still number one target, and you always will be, and you'll never ever win them over, ever. I'm gonna nervously drink some water. It's not about hydrating. I'm nervously drinking water. That's the way we do it. So, of course, because of the way that the Whisper Network themselves have operated, the way that they've done campaigns against people, if this information about Sama Amanot is correct, then the colossal level of hypocrisy is absolutely insane. But are we going to be surprised? No, of course we're not. Of course we're not. We know these people are hypocrites. We know these people don't believe in what they espouse at all. It's about control. It's about power. We're seeing, of course, I tell you what, I've drunk a lot of water today. I have been pissing like a horse. I've been pissing like a horse all day because I'm off the pop. This is day 8. Day 8, no pop. Yeah, Criggy, there you go. 8 days, no fizzy. So I'm drinking water, and I'm just drinking water, and I'm just drinking water. And I don't know if my body's flushing itself out or what. But I have pissed about 5 times today. But there again, I have chugged. How much is this? I don't even know how big this one is. It's it does have a 2 liter. So I've done it 2 liters already. That's and a little bit more. So yeah, this is day 8. This is day 8 without I did get a bit of sugar craving actually, and I bought some jelly beans. And I had these jelly beans, and I wish I hadn't. I'll be honest, I wish I hadn't. They gave me headaches. It gave me headaches having them. So it's the diabetes being flushed from your system. Diabetes. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna do that again. No jelly beans. But I'm actually, when it comes to food, because I'm obviously wanting to one thing was just to sort trying to cut the soda out, the carbonated drinks. And then the other one is to get much better eating habit. So I'm actually going to try this company that makes pre-cooked meals based on criteria. I think I discussed this a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to be doing the one with low fat, does have carbs and protein. So mainly protein and carbs. But it's low fat and it's designed to, refined sugar. That's what I gotta get rid of. I Broken Profit, I honest to God think I was addicted to Coke. I honestly think I was. I needed a Coca-Cola. Okay, we kind of went into a weird diet section then. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what transpires from this information. Will Marvel keep quiet? If it turns out to be correct, will they window dress the exit? Who knows? But I wanted to get that out there because these people in the comic book industry, they can't speak out. And they know they can't speak out because they then become targets. They will become the targets. And so they can't speak out about this. They can't openly discuss this. The industry, for all intents and purposes, is vile. Run by vile people. And remember when J. Scott Campbell, remember when he just wanted to communicate with comic book fans and he ended up talking with some people who identified as Comicsgate? And I think he was talking with people like, I think Mandy Summers was one of them that he was in discourse with. I'm trying to think of a couple of others. Can't off the top of my head. But he was just like, I don't care, what your affiliation, what your affiliations are or who you voted for, whatever. I just care about comic book fans. And then the very next day, he comes out with this statement saying, I denounce Comicsgate and all hate against the trans and the women's and the gays. Because, of course, he got the call during the night and he got the lie told to him. He got the it's made up of bigots and racists and white supremacists and homophobes and all this kind of stuff, which it isn't, which it absolutely is not. Some people I would say nicer than others for sure, but it's Comicsgate within itself seems to be split into multiple different little groups of people. And I think a lot of those people, some really good people, wear it as a badge, an alternative badge. And then of course, I had a right go at him. I had a right good go at him. And quite a few people had a go at him. And then the very next day, he comes out with another statement saying, yeah, do you know what? I probably should not have done that. Or, oh, sorry. I did not realize it was not on. My bad. Whoa, there we go. Oh no, have I cocked up the soup? Oh god, now I've got to go to another place to get the supers. But he came out and he was just like, I was probably rash to come out with that statement. I understand that not everyone is like this, that, or the other, etc. So he didn't totally backpedal, but I think he was trying, kind of But even in his statement, he said, because J. Scott Campbell himself has been attacked multiple times because of his art style. He draws attractive, curvy women, and they're based off his wife. His wife is his muse. But of course, women can't have curves. Women can't be attractive in comics anymore. They've got to have blue hair. They've got to be morbidly obese. They've got to have fucking pride stickers and trans stickers and all that over their heads. Shaved side head, blue fucking hair. And they need to tell men that men, are scum. So that's how comics are meant to be now. But he's been attacked multiple times because of his art style. And he said in his statement that they're independently employed, but fellow peers, should we just say, contacted him to say, thank you for saying the things that we can't say, because if we say them, we're going to get fired, we're going to get attacked, we're going to be the target. That's not an industry to be in. That's insanity. I can't draw attractive women because I will be targeted for cancellation. Absolute ruddy madness. Madness. And I'm just thinking, JSC, I'm just thinking, JSC's writing this, and he's kind of going over it as if it's normal-ish behavior. Oh, and these certain members of my peers who are either, coming into the industry or don't quite have the clout of somebody like a J. Scott Campbell. They said, thank you for saying these things, because that is anything but normal. I mean, why he isn't saying this ain't normal at that time, I don't know. But the information is all there right in front of you. Right in front of you. And he even gets the call proving that these people who are too scared to come forward are right. Are 100% right. But yet, they cower and they keep quiet and they cash paychecks and they watch as the Erd tree burns. The Erd tree of their industry, because I got to get some sort of Elden Ring message in here. Burns away. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolute insanity. But one can only hope, because I think DC are on the verge. DC Comics looks like they are on the verge at the moment. And when the merger goes through, when the sale goes through, I don't know what's going to be left of DC Comics. And if it all went under, would it be surprising? No. I mean, when I say all goes under, obviously the IPs don't go away. There would be some, restructuring. Either the floppies would go. They would operate more on, well, basically just making Batman books. That's the only thing that's fucking selling. That's the only thing that's selling for DC's Batman. Batman and Batman-related characters. And one character can't hold a company up. Not because Batman isn't good enough to. Batman is good enough to. But the problem is, when it's just one character all the time, You're going to get burnout. People are going to get burnt out. That's the big problem. That's why you need to have multiple other characters that are up there. Superman should be up there, but he's kissing pink-haired fucking Asian twinks. Because Tom Taylor wants to virtue signal, and within 2 episodes, 2 issues, I believe, maybe 3, but I believe 2 issues of his virtue signal that Jonathan Kent likes pink-haired Asian twinks. The book falls out from number 6 in the charts as best we can do the charts nowadays. To out of them. Gone, out of the top 50. Boom, gone, bye. Because a virtue signal like that is for themselves and it's for the press. It's not for the viewer. It's not for the comic book buyer. That's not who it's for. And the irony, of course, is when you preach superficiality, when you preach, oh, unless I can see myself represented on the page, then I can't relate to this character. Then essentially what they're doing is they're saying this book is for a certain select group of people that makes up approximately 6%, as best we can work out, of society. So that's a huge 94% of gone. And then out of that 6%, how many actually read comics? Then out of that percentage, how many read DC? Out of that percentage, how many read Superman? And you suddenly realize that you have no audience. Oh, sorry, that was meant to be quiet. You're suddenly realizing that you are appealing to no audience. But that's not what they thought in the first place anyway. Because what they thought was, what Tom Taylor thought was, I'm an ally as a straight white male. I'm an ally. I'm saying all the right things. And by all the right things, it means I am placating to the sickos who will... I laugh because the tolerant left, the tolerant, inclusive left who will destroy your career and your life if you don't conform to the narrative. So he's thinking, I'm conforming to the narrative, and I'm getting this Vanity Fair article where they're talking about how progressive I've been by making a 17-year-old boy, 17-year-old boy. Just keep that in mind. Not even 18, 17. 17-year-old boy wants to get inside a pink-haired Asian twink. Eek. Remember when they turned Tim Drake gay as well? No, nobody does. No, nobody does. That was an article. It's all right. I can say gay. I don't live in Florida. If I was in Florida, I saw the Battle and B article. Florida prisons are overflowing with people who said gay. I love the Babylon Bee. So, yeah, who remembers that Tim Drake got turned gay? Oh, nobody. Because, again, it was made as a publicity stunt, so the press would write an article about it. And by the way, Tim Drake's conversion, because it is a conversion, It's amazing. By the way, I mean, a lot of people here, a lot of you guys, you got common sense. Okay, we can see what the deal is. We all realize if we flip the narrative, if it was from straight to gay and gay to straight, the outrage would be obscene. Obscene. They turned this character from gay to straight. What is going? It would be outrage. But it's okay. It's okay. Even though apparently you're born this way. Oh no, Josh. No, Tim was with spoiler, but then he woke up one day and said, "Oh, do you know what? I fancy me some cock." Out of nowhere. Because it's DC Comics. It's DC Comics. So what, but also when they did Tim Drake, it was in a backup story. I don't even know what the comic was called. I mean, obviously it was that impressive. It was a backup story in an anthology comic. And I think it was like issue number 6 or something. And then when he turned up to the boy's door and was just like, hey, I just realized that I really want some cock. Because I will be as crass as I want with this. Because DC don't have any respect. So why should I have any respect? And then it said, I believe, something along the lines of, this story continues in issue number 10. I'm just like, what? So you do your big Tim Drake is now gay, and then the very first thing you follow it up with is you're gonna have to wait 4 issues until we carry on with this story because, you know, none of us give a shit, obviously. None of us give a shit about this, and I'm gonna nervously drink some water. None of us give a shit about this whatsoever, and this is all done for publicity. It's all done to Alphabet the Bat family. That's what it's. They need more Alphabet representation in there. As you may know, folks, or you may not know if you're fortunate, the CW are making another Gotham-based TV show called Gotham Knights. It's a spin-off of an upcoming video game called Gotham Knights, which is being written by a bunch of massive SJWs. So I can't wait for that. What information has come out about the series so far? Carrie Kelly, the female Robin from The Dark Knight, is going to be in the show. The little white red-headed girl is now black. Because the CW and tokenization. And they're introducing, I think it's Bluebird, who was a character created by Scott Snyder during his run in the New 52. And they've announced that she's also going to be a character. And what we know about her, according to the CW, is she's bisexual. Because that's it. That's the information that the CW likes to hand out. Now, the fact that Carrie Kelly is 30 years out of date, she shouldn't be in this till like 30 years later. But whatever, you know. let's just throw as many characters in there as hey Martino, how you doing? The Suave Swiss. Never mind the fact that she shouldn't even be in the show. That's the virtue signal that's come so far. A race change, and one of the new characters is bisexual. That's the CW through and through. Superficial. This is why the CW shows don't attract an audience. Bi is gay, because if you're buying comics, you will never have a different sex marriage relationship again. You will just be with a same sex partner. It's a convenient way of characters that have been straight for decades to suddenly wake up and go, I want cock. Even though we've had decades and decades of inner monologue, and never once in this inner monologue from these decades and decades and decades of comics has Robin, Tim Drake, been looking over the crime-ridden streets of Gotham and said to himself, oh, when I get back home tonight, I can see Steph. Oh, he said that. You know, oh, I'm gonna get to see Steph. But really, I'm thinking about cock. So that's why these characters are bisexual. They're gay, but because they've been heterosexual for decades, they have to say bisexual because then they can't. You know, why were they with women for decades then? Oh, that's because they're bisexual. You see, they're bisexual. I would find it really insulting. Again, I think I've said this, but I have to reiterate. I would find it really, really insulting if I was a member of the alphabet community and corporations. I mean, I know that corporations are soulless factories, but corporations would just be like, hey, look, we turned that straight boy gay for you. You like us now? I'm only joking. We just did it for press. We did it for Vanity Fair. We did it for Washington Post, Huffington Post. We just did it to get a pop in there. And the only reason why the coming out issue will do sales is speculators. Speculators will buy the comic thinking that in the future, speculating that it may go up in price. Spoiler alert, it won't. Spoiler alert, it won't. But this is the comic book industry. This is the crazy, crazy industry. They're incapable of creating. We know that. There's no point in even discussing that. They're incapable of creating. So they have to take. And they have to take because they also want to pull down your heroes. Tim Drake, massively popular Robin. Oh, we'll have that then. Thank you very much. Jonathan Kent, really popular with Damian Wayne as the team up. And obviously, because he's the son of Superman. Hey, baby. Because he's the son of Superman, there's that huge element to him then. What happens? Well, they take a boy. This is the sick thing with the Jonathan Kent situation. They take a boy, a literal 10-year-old boy, 11-year-old boy, and then they age him up. They age him up to 17, and then they turn him gay. That is fucking weird, if you ask me. To me, that's got other connotations behind it. It's got other connotations behind it. And it's pretty fucking sick. Yeah, James Charles is drooling. How many times is he going to get? Well, whatever. Protected. Yeah, exactly. You're saying that. How weird is that? That 3 people in 4 comments say exactly the right term. Grooming. It's like grooming. We're taking this boy and we're grooming him up. That is really fucking sick. And Tom Taylor pats himself on the back. My issue. It went to number 6. And then suddenly it goes down to the next month. It goes down to number 42. From number 6 to number 42. I can hear Belle eating from here. And then the next month, it's out of the top 50. And this does irreparable damage to the Superman brand, which already, by the way, all these brands are under attack. Batman is one of the more protected ones at the moment. But Superman's brand is just all over the place right now. It's all over the place. We've got a Superman film coming that's being written by somebody who said he smiled when 9/11 happened, or he was indifferent to what happened at 9/11, and that the first responders were scum. He's a known race baiter and a hater of America, a hater of patriotism. This is the person who's writing the Superman film. Ta-Nehisi Coates. If you put into your search engine Ta-Nehisi Coates and that day in September 2001, and you read about that, you will be horrified with what he said. Horrified. He recently did a stint on Captain America where they destroyed Captain America again. He's the one who tried to have a go at Jordan Peterson and ended up not just making Jordan Peterson a lot of money with Hail Lobster as opposed to Hail Hydra, but the fact that he was linking somebody with very commonsensical pieces of information who's meant to be essentially a certain Austrian guy who ran a party in Germany in the 30s and then did a whoopsie. A big whoopsie. That's who Red Skull's meant to be. Jeez. As I nervously drink water. And this guy has been picked by Jar Jar to write the next Superman movie, where they are wanting to also race change Superman. Oh boy. I will already predict right now, on 13th of March, 2022. Good choice, Chris. I will already predict that when it releases, it will have a great opening weekend. And then the second week will fall off a cliff. That's my already. And then, of course, they've got what's he called? Killmonger, not Killmonger. What is it? Killmonger. Yeah, Killmonger. I forget his name at the moment. And he's wanting to create an Earth. Is it Earth 2 or is it Earth 21's Black Superman? And I'm saying to myself, doing a superficial change isn't solving anything, isn't making anything better. The problem is not Clark Kent. Do you know what Michael B. Jordan? Thank you. Do you know the problem with Clark Kent to Hollywood? The only problem is that he's white, straight, and good. And that's not the narrative that they want to push. He's morally right. He's morally, straight down the line. He could take over the world and nobody could stop him. And he doesn't. He helps people. He helps people. He's the most successful immigrant story that you have. He's a refugee from Krypton, coming to Earth, trying to fit in, trying to do the right thing, brought up by morally correct parents who taught him humility, who taught him love, respect. And that's a huge problem for Hollywood right now. Because if you see let's just take the casting call for the redoing Quantum Leap. Anyone who's my age will know exactly what Quantum Leap is. Even people who are much younger than me, you've most likely heard of Quantum Leap. The casting call for Quantum Leap, the main character, non-white. He was very specific. Non-white. Non-white. Main characters, either female or non-white. And then when you started to get to the ancillary characters, then it said open ethnicity, which means anyone from any ethnicity can audition for this. They are desperate to stop a narrative. They're desperate to stop creating white leads. And Spider-Man, for example. Spider-Man did not do 1.9 billion at the box office because that's what it's done right now. 1.9 billion at the box office. It didn't do it because the people were white. It did it because the characters were as people knew them. Doc Ock was as Doc Ock is in the comics. Green Goblin was as Green Goblin is in the comics. Peter Parker. We have our 3 Peter Parkers. Aunt May. There wasn't any silly race changes, sexuality changes, gender changes. And I know some of you might say, what about MJ? Well, that's not MJ. That's not Mary Jane. That's Michelle Jones. Yeah, I know they're flirting with the MJ. I get that. But it was a fun film. And people love Spider-Man and they love Peter Parker. Because that's who Spider-Man is. That's who Spider-Man is. A beloved character in a fun film with two Spider-Men from this century extra. And they did it in a respectful way. They didn't demean their characters. They didn't embarrass their characters. They didn't lower their characters to raise other characters. No. Yeah, they had the little bit at the end where Electro was just, Electro has been race changed. But he said, "Oh, you're just a kid, you're just a sweet kid. I thought you were going to be black because of where you lived." And they had a little bit then, but I think that's more that Marvel are trying to introduce the idea of Miles Morales, because let's again be honest, that's a character they are really wanting to bring into the Marvel universe. But Miles Morales is tokenized Spider-Man. He's one of the more successful ones they've done. However, it's still the same. And you can tell that because you just have to put onto Twitter Peter Parker. When you say Spider-Man, you're saying Peter Parker, but when you're saying Miles Morales, you're saying Miles Morales, and it drives people insane. It drives the progressives insane, and it drives them insane because they know it's right. They know it's right. They know that Miles Morales will never be Peter Parker. No matter how much Marvel want to change it. And you just have to go to merchandising pages. You got a Sideshow collectibles and stuff like that. It doesn't say Spider-Man. It says Miles Morales. If you want merchandise for Miles Morales, you have to put Miles Morales in. Let's nervously drink a couple of bits of water. People are saying that the Peter Darker meme. But I think when the ultimate, I'm not a Marvel guy. Nervous drink. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not a Marvel guy. I'm a DC guy. But from like talking to Gary and stuff like that, your nerves must be shot. Absolutely. I had at least 3 sips of water in the last 20 minutes. When the Ultimate started, it was just an interesting way to play with different characters. But then ideology got involved. So instead of an interesting way to play with other characters, it became an ideological thing. And that's where it all went Pete Tong. And as far as I'm aware, if you don't want a Doctor Strange mild spoiler, mute me for 30 seconds in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're still here, I'm going to say it. In Doctor Strange, there's a heavy rumor that Haley Atwell is going to be in it as Captain America, or whatever they call that version of Cap. So she's going to be in it in that Cap outfit. Now, Haley outfit, and that could be pretty hot. But yeah, that's because of the What If series. We shall see. We shall see. There's a lot of leaks about Doctor Strange which have come out regarding cameos, and some of those got confirmed in the trailer that they put out. So we shall see. We shall see. Any suggestions if I want to get into Green Lantern comics? Green Lantern Rebirth is great. I would say the Ron Mars run from the 90s, starting at issue 47, which is when Hal Jordan falls and becomes Parallax, and then Kyle Rayner takes over as the last Green Lantern. That's some good stuff. That's some really good stuff. It doesn't have a huge amount of it, but it's a nice little story. It's a nice little story with Parallax / Green Lantern. Hal Jordan is Final Night. Final Night is was a crossover, but there's I think there's 4 parts. There's a 4-part miniseries, which the sun's gone out, and the earth is freezing, and they don't know why, and they're trying to find out why, and it's a good little story. It's a fun little story. So yeah, there's some stuff to get stuck into. As is shaking right now without playing Elden Ring. Who says I didn't play some today? Who says I didn't play some this morning? Because I did. Because I did. Right, let's read some supers, and then we'll get on to another piece of info. But yeah, just to reiterate the Marvel little secret, I've heard from multiple sources that Sama Amanot has been either released, fired, or is negotiating her leave from Marvel Comics based off her indiscretions. So it'd be interesting to see if Marvel respond to that. We'll see. Moo Butt with a $10 says, okay, I got standard and gold Yorkshire tea, but what are biscuits? I got chocolate and standard hobnobs, Crawford custard creams. God damn, they're good. Rich teas and some kind of malted biscuit. Am I missing anything? That Moo Butt, that is pretty damn good. Custard creams, winner. Hobnobs, winner. Want something a little plainer? Rich teas are good, but you got yourself an eclectic mix there. Yeah, some cucumber sandwiches. That'd be pretty sweet. Maybe some egg mayonnaise and cress. That'd be pretty good. Mr. Kipling's apple pies. So Mr. Kipling's wouldn't go amiss. But I would say that is a very successful afternoon tea starter kit right there. Smoked salmon sandwiches. Ooh. Torsten with a $2 says, "Az is not playing Elden Ring. Is this real life? It's Sunday. Sunday we got responsibilities. We've got afternoon tea with Az, and then later tonight I'm gonna be playing Dying Light 2 with X-Ray Girl. Quarter Black can't make it this week. He's at Gary's house at the minute. They're sorting the office out. So yeah, so we're gonna exit a girl. and myself, we're going to do some Dying Light and see what trouble we get into. Spoiler alert, we'll probably get into a lot of trouble. Uber Roy with a €50 says, I've been enjoying these Sunday streams when I've been writing, drawing, and painting. So here is me giving something back. Uber Roy, dude, that is ridiculously generous. Thank you. My you can see here, can you see there? That is my painted Death Guard soldiers. I got 30 Marines and I got 10 Blight Lord Terminators. 30 Plague Marines and 10 Blight Lord Terminators. I had those professionally painted. Yeah, that's the GoldenEye key. Yeah, behind it. And they came on Friday. They're amazing. If you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, I've actually posted up some pictures there for you to look at, and I'll take some better ones later from there because I took them when they're on the desk. But Belle, baby, hi, I love you. But Belle, who is hi. You okay? Hello. Who's been there for that's her new home at the moment. She does not want to leave. Do you beautiful kitty? She does not want to leave there at all. So that's the new home. But I did have them here on the desk. But Belle's been coming up and jumping on the desk a lot as well, coming for cuddles and stuff like that. And then when she jumps off, she'd knocked like a couple of them off, and I was like, I do not want these damaged. So I've moved them to the shelving, which is currently being protected by Mr. Freeze, as you can see. Mr. Freeze is protecting and respecting. Maximilian Radakovich with a $10 says, hey, Az, just wanted to make sure you saw the Wanda figure. The EFAP crew was looking at it on the latest episode, timestamp 4 hours, 29 minutes and 5 seconds. Wanted to know your thoughts on it for sure. Hail the Elden Lord. I like the cut of your jib, Maximilian. I like the cut of your jib, sir. Yes, I've seen it. I mean, not trying to be that guy, which I can be. But you know, toys is my business. It's my business. So I saw it the moment it was announced. I was all over that. Yeah, it's the Scarlet Witch. It's the Scarlet Witch from the Halloween costume. And she's got that look on her face. I wish there was another head sculpt to go with it, because I do like the expression, but maybe not everyone wants to have that expression on the face. So if there was another head sculpt, I think it would be better. But it looks like it's a Fison body, a medium Fison body, and yeah, I think it's a bit of fun. I think it's a bit of fun. You can get the third-party Vision one as well, where he's in the Halloween the Vision Halloween costume too. So you could get them both, and I think they're a bit of fun 1-in-6s. Yeah, it's got a facial expression which I don't think is gonna be everyone's cup of tea. Because that's why a lot of them have like blank faces, because there's no expression and you can't really go wrong with a blank face. But this one's got a very specific expression. She's curling up her lips. She's like, so she's doing a very specific expression. So yeah, if there was a a neutral face to go with that, I think it'd be perfect. And it's like I said, it's a good bit of fun. It's meant to be a bit of fun, and it's a good bit of fun. It is a good bit of fun. I've got my Gandalf should be arriving on Tuesday. Maybe even tomorrow. But my Gandalf will be arriving tomorrow or Tuesday, which I cannot wait for. And Toys Wonderland have sent something. I don't know what. They say they've shipped a package. They don't tell you what's in the fucking package. So I've got one of my pre-orders from Toys Wonderland is shipped, but I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to have to wait a few weeks for it to snail mail its way over here. But there you go. And because I stand with Gina Carano, I decided to purchase the Gina Carano statue. Even though I have no fucking room. I don't know where the fuck it's going to go. I have purchased the Gina Carano statue. So that will be arriving probably either the end of this coming week or maybe the beginning of next week. I don't think the statue does Gina the credit she deserves. Gina's a very pretty woman. And I think the head sculpt isn't right for the statue. However, I'm doing it for Gina. I'm doing it to show solidarity for Gina. And it triggers people. It triggers people. So yeah. So hey, yeah, I'll simp Gina. Dude, when I was on Drunk 3PO's podcast the other week, I told him, look, bitch. Love you, Jay. I said, look, I was simping Gina Carano when she was an MMA fighter, which is true. I used to follow Gina Carano when she was an MMA fighter because I thought she was fit as fuck. Here, I'll show you. Here, let me find. Let me just show that there was a certain. Oh yeah. Okay, that's the. This is when she went for one of her weigh-ins. She just looked absolutely insane. Yeah, yeah. No, I don't want that. I don't want that one. Let's get the right, because there was just like an image. It was just like, holy. Let's try. Yeah. Okay. Here. Let's share this. She's doing a weigh-in, and it was just like, wow. Wow. So yeah. So suddenly I decided that I really liked this Gina Carano lady. really kind of like that Gina Carano lady. And then the simping began. So I was simping for Gina way before Drunk 3PO, but you know, fuck him. Fuck you, Jay. I'm only joking. Hey, I got a message from Gina when Gina was fired from Star Wars. I say we, you know, as many of us flooded her because she followed us on Twitter. We flooded her with messages of support, you know, and she was incredible enough to get back to a ton of us, and she actually thanked me for the message that I sent her as well. So, but that's the only dealing that I've had with Gina on a non-public level. But yeah, everything I hear about is just really, really positive. And you know, she's got a lot of common sense. She's got a lot of common sense. But these MMA fighters, you know, they're not pussies. These people get punched in the face. And I guess you're I haven't spoken about G4 yet. No. When you get punched in the face, I think it gives you a whole new perspective on life. Punched in the face, kicked in the face. Whoa. G Monkey says, did you hear the rumor of the €350 Lego castle coming out in August? No. G Monkey, if you've got any info that you can tweet me or email me, I will get that. I've got, you see the blacksmith there. The blacksmith, that blacksmith is incredible. And I've got, you can see above there, the crater, sorry, you got the crater castle, the 3-in-1 crater castle up there. There you go. Gives a broken nose and chipped teeth. Yeah, so when you have soft ass my feelings got hurt people on the internet, and you're literally, you know, Gina comes from a successful family. I think her father either runs or founded some casinos or something like that. She comes from a successful family. She didn't need to go into the ring and get kicked and punched in the fucking face. What's that to the right about? That's just stacks of comics which haven't found their way into. I need some more long boxes. All the long boxes are full. So I need some more long boxes for them. Stacks of comics. Stacks of comics everywhere. Oh, because, you know, I actually like comics. I actually like and read comics. Unlike 95% of people that write them now. That's a lot of history there. Ooh. A lot of history in those. Some lovely old detective comics there as well, which still haven't found the way. Jorge says, hey Az, how often do you read your comics? I used to read them all the time. And about a year and a half ago, maybe now, I think a year and a half, Gary and I decided, you know, we were just going to stop buying modern comics. It was just a waste of time. I'm a fake comic girl. I am fake comic, fake nerd girl. And you know, everything that's gone on with the comic book industry, I'm not gonna lie, it has kind of tainted the way that I feel about comics, and that's not right. That's not right. It shouldn't make me feel that these people, these filth, absolute filth in the comic book industry, they should not make me feel this way about comics. At all.
But they have. But they did. Now, since stopping buying the current stuff, since being able, when I, talk to Gary about comics, we talk about great stories. When you guys ask for recommendations, we recommend stories and runs that we think are good fun. And so that's kind of buoyed me back up. Sorting the office out, the comics have been one thing that's just been a nightmare to sort out. So, I'm gonna start reading some more. Oh my God, Frosk. I'm gonna start reading some more again soon. As regards to independent comics, when a lot of the I'm gonna be straight with you here, folks. I'm not gonna BS you. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to BS anyone here. When the Indiegogo stuff came out, supported a lot of it, a ton of it. And there's stuff which is years overdue. And so I stopped backing Indiegogo campaigns. I'm either gonna get my comics eventually, or I've just wasted a bunch of money on people who aren't going to fulfill. But one of the, we're talking about books. A 64-page book shouldn't take fucking 2.5 fucking years to come out, 2 years to come out, stuff like that. You can say my loss, Josh. I don't think it is. How could it be my loss when it's not even fucking here? When they're not even fucking here, and the year's overdue. And it's. I'm not throwing shade on a single person. There's multiple. I'm not throwing shade on a single person. There's multiple. And if my money, if I'm going to stump up money in advance, and stuff isn't coming out, then unfortunately it has a knock-on effect. And the knock-on effect is I can't support stuff where a 48-page, a 64-page book is taking 2 years to produce. Now, Gary and I, we've spoken about if we do a comic or something like that, if we can find some time to start concentrating on that. Mandy's been great. Mandy's been great. That's why when I've done streams with Mandy, I've had no problem with her promoting her campaigns at all, because she has delivered. She has absolutely delivered. Some people are, like I said, some people aren't, and unfortunately, it's a knock-on effect. But Gary and I, when we've kind of like talked about this sort of stuff, is we've said that if we're ever going to do a campaign like this, then it's going to be written. It's going to be written before we even do the campaign. Mandy Summers. Mandy Summers. Mandy has. She's put out a lot of campaigns, and they have been fulfilled in really good time. Graham Nolan has fulfilled in good time. But I can't stop money up front if it ain't gonna get here. And it is one, this has, like I said, it has a knock-on effect. If even if you say well, it's one person or two or three or four or whatever. Yeah, it affects more than that, though. It affects more than that. I've had I think 3 campaigns where I'm never going to see the comic that I backed. 3 campaigns that I'm just never, at least. I mean, that's just that right now that I supported that I'm never going to see a book. So yeah. Right now I'm not purchasing. The only comic that I've purchased in recent time is, well, it's obviously the stuff that I've had on, you know, recently. Alien Alamo came through from Graham Nolan, but in terms of just purchasing comics, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ronin with the final part coming out soon. So there we go. Okay. The excellent. I just had some details about the castle, and it looks like it's a re-release of a castle Lego that I used to own. It'd be interesting if they do something different though, but if that's the case, I've actually probably got all those pieces. Probably got all of those pieces anyway. Definitely got the instructions. I got a ton of Castle Lego like boxed up from when I was a kid. Let's go through some more super duperies. Okay, Luca Filopovich with a 5 Australian says, "Hey, is Gary serious when he blames Elden Ring for Martin not finishing the books? The man is never going to finish the books regardless of Elden Ring." You know, it's not. You know, I don't think Gary means it's the only reason. I think it's a compounding issue with George R. Martin that he's clearly disinterested in it, and he is constantly throwing himself into different campaigns, different books, different associations. So I think he means it as one of many reasons why he hasn't finished the books. But I don't think he's going to finish either. You know, he's not going to finish Winds of Winter, and he's certainly not going to finish the final book. So there you go. Dagny with a $10 says, yesterday on EFAP, someone said that Catwoman was non-white in Batman 1. When I looked it up, she looked white to me. It's not a big deal, but I thought you would know since you know all about Batman. I don't know all about Batman, but Selena Kyle's always been white in the comics. Eartha Kitt in the 60s. Yeah, I mean, Eartha Kitt was a black woman, and she was one of the 3. There was 3 Catwomen that they had in the 1960s TV show. Just going to nervously drink some water. Ooh. But that was for the TV show. That's not canon. That was the TV show. The TV show had nothing to do with the comics. In the comics, Selena Kyle was always white. And obviously the Catwoman that Halle Berry played wasn't even Selena Kyle. It was a new character that was created to fulfill part of a Catwoman contract. Maximilian Radakovich is back again with a $5. Says, you might not convince him to play, but I think you could convince Gary to look into the story, because I think Elden Rings is the RR story he's looking for. The story so far has been really interesting. I'm pretty progressed in the game. Stuff is happening. I won't say what, just in case people are playing it themselves and they're not where I am. But I am absolutely blown away at the size of this game. It is colossal if you want to explore. If you want to explore and find the different things and all that kind of... This game is absolutely colossal. I mean, I played earlier today because I knew that I wasn't going to get to play later today. And I didn't want to stream it because I wanted to just get on with some stuff. And then obviously I've got this stream and another stream today. So it would have been 3 different streams. And I think that would have burnt you out. So I decided to go back to the main city, the main capital city. Because there was like a couple of doors in the sewer areas that I hadn't unlocked, and this game is this game says it unlocks from the other side. That means you can get to the other side. So I decided to go to that area in the sewers where the big lobsters were, and then that took me to another area, which took me to another area, which took me to another area. And then I worked out how to get to another area. And then before I know it, I'm in a fucking church way down underground in the city, fighting a fucking boss. Got myself a really, really sexy trinket. Really sexy trinket. You know the trinket that raises HP and your endurance so you can carry more? I found a +1 version of that. Woof. Belle's just curled up in it. She's just curled up in a ball. I went to another area underground. There was like a chain of bosses. Like one boss appeared, he killed it, and then another boss appeared, and then he killed it, and then 2 bosses appeared, and then he killed them. Maybe 3. I actually think it was 1, and then 3. So that was pretty funky as well. Then the catacombs that were by Radan or whatever, the one where the ghost soldiers were fighting each other, I went, fuck it. And I went in there and I found the lever. And then I went into the boss, and the boss was like that huge like snake that goes round, but this one was spreading scarlet rot as well. And it took about 6 attempts, but I got that down. So there you go. There you go. Let's have a look. Blue-eyed Roof Korean, the Based, with a $5 says Tom King worked for the CIA at the same time the CIA got caught facilitating, I know, child abuse to certain elites in Iraq and abroad. I don't know anything about that. So I can't comment on that, but Tom King working at the CIA scares the shit out of me, because that guy's got fucking issues. George Kessler, mummy issues. George Kessler with a $2 says, hello, Az. Is it true that Gary's beard is fake? Oh, no. Gary's beard has been woven out of the finest silks that can be found and stitched into the pores. And then they have embedded themselves, and then they've grown out. They've grown out. This beautiful silken beard has grown out. It's true. Greyman with a 5 Swiss francs says, I made it down from 130 kilograms to 98 kilograms currently, and I'm a lazy bum. So if I can do it, it won't be a problem for you. Thank you, dude. Niku-san with a $2 says, as that was a nice diet tribe that you had there. Wah, wah. Aaron Little with a £5 says, do you think the Kenobi will milk showing Vader until the end like Luke in Mando season 2? No, I think Vader's gonna show up pretty early. Maybe even the first episode. Maybe the first episode. But I think he's gonna turn up relatively early. No Face with a $2 says, Sana Anna I'm not gonna work here anymore. Zachary P with a 2 Canadian says, cockerel, asking you shall receive. Martino Simone with 10 Swiss francs from the suave Swiss says, here's some fat-free gay-turning mushrooms. Thank you. This is just what I always wanted. Southeastern Kaiju, I should really say, with a $2 says, thought recruiting to the gay side was a myth. Not in comics. I mean, I thought you were born that, one way. You were born with your orientation, but apparently, certainly with all the levels of propaganda that's going on, apparently no. They want conversion therapy, just, a different type. Mia DeFreeze with a $25 says, sorry I can't get you some proper money. Have some Biden bucks. Which would you like? Proper faithful adaptation of the Force Unleashed story, or Buckaroo Banzai against the World Crime League? The Force Unleashed would be great. The whole Vader Padawan Sam Witwer, he was great. And he's a massive nerd. Sam Witwer's a massive nerd as well. So I think he would do it justice. Mikey Gustle with $10 says, I hope the Discovery merger going into effect this Thursday will not only the Snyderverse be restored and the Air Cut release, but also cancel these projects like they did with the New Gods. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going to happen. Ben Affleck doesn't want to do Batman anymore. He said so. He don't want to do Batman anymore. So he's already out. Henry Cavill I think he would absolutely do Superman again, but they want black 9/11 loving Batman from Ta-Nehisi Coates. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, dude, but we'll find out soon enough. Fizzin Thorpe with a $20 says, I don't take them seriously because they are white, straight, and want to be viewed as righteous. But when they are actively trying to remove any character in their products that are white, straight, and good. Oh, yeah. I mean, look. In reality, the alphabet community represents about 6% of the population. There was a Twitter poll, and I've said this before, but I have to reiterate this because it's hilarious. There was a Twitter poll taken amongst, I think it was under 30s or something, and just over 30% of them, just over 30%, identified as something in the alphabet community. That's not true. There's a lot of pretenders. There's a lot of fake and there's a lot of pretenders. And it's a trend. That's why the term trans trenders is out there. It's a trend. It's a bandwagon to jump on. A lot of I bet you many people within the comic book industry, many people within the TV and film industry that have queer or something or on their resume, they're not. They're playing the game because it helps them get work, but they're not. I'm gonna put a coffee on. Actually, on Twitter, I would believe those figures. No, you just have to look at TikTok and realize that there's just a lot of ill people. So you know, it's you want to roll. You gotta identify as something to boost your ability. You gotta boost, you know, your ability. Hold on, I'm just gonna look something up. Hold on. Have a look. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna look at something here. Okay. No information there. Let's look at you. Can I get any info here? No. Okay, I was just having a look at a couple of CW actors who claim to be a certain way, but there wasn't any information I could really. Whoa. Hold on, sorry, I just gotta. Wow. Just got an image through of some castle Lego. Oh man, I hope they do release something castle orientated because I just love me. G Monkey says, as far as I know, the Lego Castle, it's going to be an all new set for the 90th anniversary. Ooh. We shall see. But yeah, no, what was it? Who is it? What's she called? Tilly in Discovery. Married, just had a child, and then very bravely came out as queer. Married, kids. Oh, but I'm queer. Okay. Whatever you say, darling. Whatever you say, darling. Sure. But there again on the Discovery team, I'd be very surprised if everyone didn't identify as some, you know, even if it's a fucking goldfish, identify as fucking something. How convenient! What a coincidence! What a coincidence! Where did we get to? God, I got dry mouth today. I got cotton mouth. I haven't eaten. This is gonna sound really bad. I haven't eaten properly in 2 days. I only had some jelly beans yesterday, and that was it. I had some. Oh, and I had some dough balls that I had left over. 6 dough balls. So I had 6 dough balls and some jelly beans, and that's all I've had in 2 days. So I think my body's just like, can we have some proper food? Yeah. Sorry. I apologize, buddy. I'm making, what's a dough ball? It's well, it's a ball of dough and it's got cheese inside and garlic. Very nice. Very nice. Sunday roast for dinner. Ooh. Remember that place used to do Sunday roasts near me? And then they don't. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, man. I got dribble. I got dribble. I got dribble. It's multiplying. And I'm losing. Hey, Purple Valkyrie. Can you whip us some food up? Whip us up a nice Sunday lunch. But they used to deliver. They used to deliver, and now they don't. Now they don't. They stopped doing it ages ago, and I was just like, God damn! It was so good just getting a nice Sunday lunch. You know, oh man. Mikey Gustler again with a $5 says, in 2 days, GTA 5 next gen version comes out, and I know that it will be my Elden Ring. Hey, that's all gravy, baby. JS Pena with a $2 says, do you still hold on to some of your leftist views? I think I said recently, I don't even know what I am anymore. You know, I was a big proponent. I mean, I believe in healthcare for all and stuff like this, and I used to, like I said, I used to be a big supporter of the alphabet community, but I'm talking about normal people, normal people just wanting to be treated the same. Now it's as you just ask Purple Valkyrie to make you sandwich. Yeah. But now, it's not about equality, it's about equity. It's now and I don't even know what the left is anymore. I'm just now, I'd say my politics are common, just trying to deal with common sense. And not capitulating and not bending the knee to clear fake ideology. So I don't even know where I sit anymore. I would have thought once upon a time I was just like a regular liberal, but I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what I am, where you put me. Well, you're a fucking far-right white supremacist. No. No. I just don't agree with a lot that the left's doing and behaving. It's like a witch hunt, but I don't also believe in an overcorrection to the right. Sounds far right to me. So I just don't know. Ian so forth says, common sense in politics, I won't stand for it. I used to believe in humanity. Yeah, I am I am tarnished. Let's get some more Elden Rings iconography in here. Yeah, I mean, like the Labour Party in the UK has just gone crazy. It's just gone fucking crazy, man. People have forgotten what a classic liberal was. I think so, because anything on the anything to the right of the far left is essentially a Nazi now for some bizarre reason. So I'm just kind of going back to what I was taught as a child. Try to do the right thing. Treat people the way that they treat you, which can mean also you talk to me like a dick, I'll talk back to you like a dick. Try and be compassionate. Where you can. And just trying to espouse hopefully a decent moral core, you know. But in terms of politics, I just that you can all just fuck off. Right now, it can all just piss off. I don't want any political label attached to me that I give. You know, I don't give a fuck what other people. Oh, you know, he's at this, he's at that. Whatever, fuck off. I don't care. But I don't want to attach any political label to me anymore. I just want to be as good a human being as I can be. And I'm going to fail because we're human and we're not perfect. And I'm going to fail along the way. And hopefully I'm going to learn from those mistakes because that's what we used to do once upon a time. But I'm not going to, hey, baby. Hi. Oh, do you want to come here? You want to come here? Hey, you want to come here? Oh, hello. But yeah, I don't want to pretend to, you know, to be some pious, righteous, never flinching, never error making an error, you know, that some people on the left think that they are. No, I'm just trying to be a decent human being. And being a decent human being in today's day and age can ruffle some feathers, I think. Hi. Hello. You want to come up? Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, you want a stick? Do you want a treat? Hmm? Want a treat? On. Let me show you off to the beautiful people. Hello. Hello. You'll get the treat. Don't worry. You'll get the treat. She wants the treat. I've teased her with the treat. She just wants the treat. Oh, you are a good girl. You'll get the treat. So you'll know that coming up is worth it. Because you'll get the treat. I'm gonna give you the treat. I needed to have a huggy. I needed to have a huggles with you. No. That's the paper. Belle. No, Belle. That's the paper. Belle. Here. Here's the stick. There you go. She loves those. And I think it was last Sunday, somebody super chatted $5 and they said, go get Belle some treats. So I bought her a massive bag of these treats. And she loves them. Don't you? Yes, you do, you beautiful girl. Yes, you do, you beautiful girl. That's the wrapper. You don't want the wrapper. I know it smells good because it's had the treats in it. Hmm? Oh, well. Hello. Hello. You purring into the microphone. You purring into the microphone. Hey? Hello. She's right here. 6'5". No, I'm 5'11". I'm 5'11". I wish I was 6'5". Hello. Good girl. It's okay. Good girl. Good girl. Chris from Michigan with a $10 says, when you said Quarter Black is at Gary's house, I imagine them jumping around having a sleepover pillow fight. Dude, they probably are. They probably are. I both thank you and curse you for that mental image. It's all good. I thought Az was like Gimli. What, like 4'6" or something? No. 5'11". Deflect 15 with a $5 says, good morning, Az. Hope all is well. I just defeated a boss I was stuck on all day yesterday. Rhymes with Smars Purge Blavin. Tough mother bitch. Spars I can't even think. I can't even think. 5. Okay, yeah. Technically, I'm 5'11" and a half. Technically, 182. But I just say 5'11" because normally you round it up. So if I was 5'10" and a half, I'd say I'm 5'11". But I'm 5'11" and a half. So if I round it up, I'd be 6 foot. I'm not 6 foot. I can't get away with that. Yeah, 5'11" is the short end of tall. Yeah, it's the wrong side of tall. So there you go. 6 foot in my heels. 6 foot in my heels. Frosk with a $5 says, Gina Carano does not exist to be easy on the eye for you. God damn it. You better believe she does. Woo! I didn't mean that disrespectfully, Gina. Don't hurt me. Striker X24 with a $5 says, no joke, Az. You should legit push a Peeping Tom comic. I honestly think it would do better, really good, especially with all the material you were given. I don't know, you know. I don't know. We're all so busy anyway at the moment with different things, and something might be happening with Hot Toys very soon. The Hot Toys show, by the way. We'll see. We'll see. Falcon Store with a 5 Swiss franc says, I'm an independent comic creator. Would you like to get my first book manga style and review it? I mean, I'll happily have a look at it. And see. I haven't read a lot of manga, so that's kind of like a new thing for me. I know manga does a lot of laughing. As well, I'm not 6 foot tall, but if you turn the measurement sideways, boom, got him. Then I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot sideways. DB with a £1.79 says, "As have you watched any vids on Lore by Vati Vida? The name sounds familiar. This name does sound familiar. Let me look at the YouTube channel. Yeah. I used to, I think I've listened to some of their Dark Souls lore videos. Yeah, I've watched this guy before. I am not subbed to them. I'm gonna sub to them right now. Boom. 2.2 million subscribers. Wow. Wow. Damn, son. Damn, son. They do some good viewage. Woof. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Let's do a few more. Chrissy. Then we'll talk about G4, and there's a very interesting story here. Chris C with the $2 says, "What do you think about Queen Studios joining the 1 in 6 war?" I like it. I like it a lot. Queen Studios is a great studio. It's a great studio, and they've created some unbelievable stuff. So the fact that they're moving into the 1 in 6, and I think they're also doing a Batmobile as well. The fact that they're moving into this is great. Hot Toys need competition. Hot Toys need competition, and Queen Studios, I believe, can provide that. Now, we've got third-party companies that obviously can do some good stuff, So Toys, etc. But to have a licensed company do some amazing stuff, then they can really push Hot Toys, because Hot Toys can't do anything about that. Because if it's a licensed company, they've got to compete with a third-party company. We've seen what they can do then. Third-party companies tend to do the stuff that Hot Toys don't do. That's kind of where their wheelhouse is. But with Queen Studios being licensed, I believe their first 1 in 6 is going to be Heath Ledger's Joker. I believe it's going to be Heath Ledger's Joker, and then I think there's another one that they're doing, which I'm not sure on, but then I think they're moving into the Lord of the Rings. Woo! Woo! So yeah, it's good news, Chris. It's good news. I think it's good news. All competition's good competition. Jobs McGee with a £5 says, "You can go back in if you could go back in time and stop one thing, do you pick Amazon buying the rights to do this Lord of the Rings series, or stop Lucas selling Star Wars?" My personal preference would be stop for Lucas to not sell Star Wars. Because we'd already seen, even after the prequels, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but even after the prequels, the Clone Wars came along. And the Clone Wars really kind of added that depth to that era, which was great. So that's where my personal preference would be. I know there's huge Lord of the Ring lovers out there that would, immediately stop this, but I would have to do the Star Warsy for me. I'd have to do the Star Warsy for me. Whoop. 2 secs. And doink. Nasty link, people. Where were we? Metalhead Forever with a $2 says Sideshow site has a liquor bust up for pre-order. Ladies, I take it you mean a liquor from the Resident Evil series? I could think of a couple of liquors. Ladies, Andy LDN with a £4.49 says, have you seen the latest demo and ratings for Naomi? Yes. Some people have said, where's the Naomi review this week? Jane Theory's been out the country, so she's been unable to do it. And I gotta confess that Jane Theory was my tether to this show. And I really don't give a fuck about it after these first 6 episodes I've watched. It is absolute garbage. And let me bring up, wow, I put in Naomi ratings and Google filled it with Naomi ratings drop. Let me show you this week's ratings. It is absolutely unreal. Unreal this week. Look at this. What the fuck? 0.06 demo. 0.429 ratings after 7 episodes. Absolutely unreal. It's lost 50% of its audience in 7 episodes. Even Batwoman didn't pull a 0.06. It's a low point, low 6. Batwoman did a couple of here. Let me do Batwoman season 3 ratings. Let me bring these up for comparison as well. Let's go back to Naomi. Well, I'll go back to Naomi. That's all you can see. But you can see, look at this steady decline in ratings, right? Well, that's a big jump. That's a big jump. That's a big jump. That's a smaller jump that to basically no jump to another big jump, because we're talking percentages now. But this demo, that is your 18 to 49. This is your advertising. This is your advertising. Nobody in the advertising demo is watching this show. And if you've seen, I mean, I know that I'm blowing my own trumpet here, but if you have seen Jane Theory in my reviews on Naomi, they invariably go longer than the fucking show. Now, when I do a Batwoman review, it tends to go about 30 to 40 minutes. And it's an experience. Let's just be clear on that. But the Naomi one, when I'm talking about it with Jane Theory, it's normally an hour long. The latest one we did, which was episode 6, was an hour and a half. Because there was so much wrong with it. And when I say wrong with it, we're talking writing, we're talking acting, we're talking editing, we're talking continuity. They couldn't even make scenes be have a continuity flow. Things were happening, and then it was nighttime, and then it went back to the things that were happening before the fucking nighttime. They couldn't edit the fucking show together properly. Ava DuVarnish is a fucking race baiting bitch. Another one, another person who wants to monetize racial division, i.e., filth. Yeah. This comment right here from Mark. You and Jane didn't watch it, so the demo dropped by 40%. It's not your fault. Yeah. I still haven't seen this episode. Because, like I said, when this is, by the way, this is absolutely no fault of Jane. She's out in the country. She was out of the country. But because Jane wasn't there to do the show because she's out of the country, I had no desire to review it on my own. None. Now, I might try and do a catch-up video on this because this decline is spectacular. Spectacular. And but as I always attest to, I think a lot of the rating for the week's show has to do with the previous episode. As I said, the previous episode, Jane Theory and I, and please subscribe to Jane Theory's channel. She's wonderful. She's wonderful. She's smart. She has a great voice about TV and film. So please go to Jane Theory's channel and subscribe. Jayne, Jane, and then Theory. Jayne, and then Theory. But this episode, the previous episode, like I said, Jane Theory and I were speaking for 1.5 hours. And like I said, that we were breaking down the problems, and it was just problem after problem after problem. And a lot of the problem is the character of Naomi. She's horrible. And I'm not talking about the actress. I'm sure the actress is lovely, and I legitimately mean that. But the character of Naomi is horrible. She's selfish. She thinks the world revolves around her. She doesn't have any thought for her friends' feelings. She's disloyal. She's what's a nicer way of saying this? She is promiscuous, I think, is the nicest way to put it, and that's not a particularly nice, terminology. She's promiscuous. She's just recently got back together in the show with her ex-boyfriend. And then in the same, the very next show where she got together with an ex-boyfriend, some guy who's been interested in her, she said, hey, hang around. Hang around, because you never know. It's like, what the fuck? This is a 16-year-old girl. And you're raising her like a fucking whore. She thinks she's on the same level as her parents. But there again, her parents are fucking retarded, so that's not difficult. She hasn't earned anything. They haven't explained her powers. She was hitting sticks with a guy in a dojo really slowly, really badly choreographed. And then she's just like, do you think I can be as good as Superman? And this guy was just like, one day you might be better. Bitch, are you on fucking crack? It is so badly written, and the characters are so poor. And it's so bizarre because every character in this show functions to serve Naomi. That's not reality. That's not how things work. It's stop it, as you're making me want to watch this show. It's so, yeah, if you do, fucking high seas this motherfucker. Do not give them a fucking rating. like I said, that's why Jane theories in my videos go on for so long, because it's so badly written that when you break down the scenes, the stuff that you find is just yeah. And I think the this is the confirmed. You see, this is not the initial. This is confirmed. And I think when it was what how do they call it? What do they call it? They call it the when it's basically when it's like the guesstimate of what it's going to be. I think this was they were predicting the rating was about a 0.4, and I think it was something like 4.0. Preliminary, thank you, Mark. Thank you. The preliminary, when the preliminaries came in, it was about a 0.440, which was terrible. But when the confirmed came in, it went down even further. And the preliminary, that's one of these words I have trouble saying, always defaults at a 0.10 for these types of shows. Something that's in the region of will always default to a 0.10. So this had defaulted here to a 0.10 and dropped to a 0.06. That means I don't know if a 0.06, and I'm doing some brain farting mathematics in my head, but I think it means that I don't even think 100,000 people within the 18 to 49 demo watched this show. I don't think it hits even 100,000 in the 18 to 49 demo that watched this. I think it's around 85,000. That's doing some very quick maths off the top of my head. This week, about 85,000. 85 fucking thousand! Are you insane? The Drinker can put out a video on YouTube about a TV show or a film that he's watched, and if it's on the main channel, he will likely, within 10 hours, have 200,000 to 400,000 views. Gary will put out a video about Lord of the Rings, and he'll get 200,000 views plus in a day, probably, from a Lord of the Rings video. He'll put out a video about Batman or something else, some other pop culture stuff which is going on. He'll get 100 to 200,000 views within a couple of days. No problem. No problem. This probably had about 85,000 people in that demo watching that show. Jeez. This is a television network. And I don't mean that disrespectfully to obviously Gary and Drinker, because they're fucking amazing. But imagine if the Drinker was on a fucking TV network with access to, well, I mean, technically you could say, well, YouTube, you have access to everyone. But yeah, when you're on a TV network, though, the scope that you have to hit people. And you wonder why the CW's up for sale. Let's just jump to Batwoman season 3, which is now concluded. Thank Jesus fuck. Look at this for the finale. 0.07. Episode 9, 0.07. Episode 3, 0.07. But look at Batwoman's demo. 0.08, 0.08, 0.07, 0.09, 0.08, 0.08, 0.09, 0.08, 0.07, 0.10, 0.12. These, by the way, 0.11. These were the Poison Ivy storyline, where Poison Ivy came into the show. When she was gone, 0.07. Yeah, because that's Drinker's latest video has gone off on one, and that's because he speaks common sense. He's intelligent. He knows what he's talking about. He can support what he's talking about. Look at this. Season average 0.09, down 30% on last season. They lost 30% of their 18 to 49, their target demo. 30% of them gone. Gone. Does that say your message is working? Does that say your message is getting through? No. It says people are tuning in and going, this is fucking shit. And then leaving. And all you're left with is a bunch of over 50s whacking it off to the ladies. The ladies in Batwoman are not made to be easy on the eye for you. Wrong. For the over 50s, they're fucking whacking it to them. That's who's watching your show. Dudes whacking off over 50 to the hot girls. I wonder if they got the message. Yeah, you fucking get in that lesbian relationship. It's about message. It's about giving a message of inclusion and diversity. No, it fucking is. It's about fucking walking off to the hot. Pass me the blue pills. I fucking lost it again and give me the blue pills. Oh, jeez, man. Wow. The CW, folks. I don't even watch Legends of Tomorrow. That show is such hot fucking garbage. I don't even want to get there. Let's have a look at the let's have a look at the ratings. Oh my god. Okay, I'm laughing, right? Because Legends of Tomorrow, which is absolute shit, is currently in its 7th season. It's just finished 7 seasons. Batwoman has just finished its 3rd season. And Legends of Tomorrow did better than fucking Batwoman. Same demo, which was up from last season. Way better, well, I say way better ratings. Better ratings, which is up from last season. But awful. I mean, the demo, awful. Awful. What season did The Flash have? The Flash. It's just had season 8. just had season 8 Flash. Let's see what the Flash ratings were, shall we? For season 8. It's still going, apparently. I don't know. Look at the demo here. 0.23, 0.14, 0.16, 0.17, 0.17, 0.14. Season average 0.17. Ratings 700,000 average an episode. Even though they're down 20%, down 15%. That's way better than Batwoman, Legends of Tomorrow. Even though it's shit. Even though it's shit. It's still way better. Season 8 of The Flash. I don't think people are getting your message. I don't think people are getting your message, CW. Or they're certainly not giving a flying fuck about the message that you're trying to give. Wow. Wow. So a couple more supers and then we shall discuss G4. So Andy, you got your money's worth from that super chat. But seriously, no, it was a good lead into some discussion. So cheers, Andy. Angelo Frederick with a $8.39 says, did or have you found the missing woman? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if she's missing. I don't know if she's missing, dude. If I found her, I wouldn't even know if she was missing. So I don't know. I don't know, mate. The Chevalier de Lys with a 2 Canadian says, respect reflects on you. Civility reflects on me. Boom. Bushin Ryu Cat with a $10 says, g'day, and the whimsical chat. DS style games are hot, but publishers still want to give us live services games. Name a live service game you want from software to give the Dark Souls treatment. X.Minecraft Souls. I don't quite know what you mean. I don't want any Dark Souls games to have live services. Ever. I hate live services. It's just a way. Yeah, I need to shave my I need to shave my shame. I swear to God, this is more hair than before. I need to shave my shame. If I do that, it kind of looks like I've got some hair, though, you know. I hate live services. I hate developers that develop offline. Live services help us update the fuck. Oh, go fuck yourself. Make a game and fuck off. Live services are designed to milk an audience, and that's all it is there. For shut your fucking cow mouth and get on with it. So I wouldn't want any live services on any Dark Souls games. Thank you. George Kessler with a $5 says, Sam Jones on the Drinkers stream said the same thing when asked what party he's affiliated with. He says, the Common Sense and Compassion Party. Oh, nice. I'll happily be associated with Sam Jones. Thank you very much. Associated with, obviously, what he said. Nice. You see, I think that's what politics is doing to some people, though. I think politics is making people break from the stereotype of, oh, I'm a lefty, or I'm a liberal, or I'm a libertarian, or I'm on the right, or whatever it may be. I think a lot of people are just like, that's all bullshit now. It's all fucking bullshit now. I'd rather just be a human. A human. Kelly Johnson with a $2 says, as defends his IPs with a fiery blade of justice. Some of them they can just rot and die, and then hopefully somebody will come along and pick it up and return it back to its glory. But we shall see. Star Trek certainly ain't one of them. The God of Gravy with a £9 says, meow! 'Tis I, as the guy who thanked you for the chuckles as I committed myself to serious weight loss 1 year later and 7 stone lighter. I say thank you again to you and your community. Dude, well done. Well done. Well done, man. That is amazing. WG with a $50 says, as $50, WG. Thank you. Says, as no good way to bring this up. But why are you not playing Elden Ring? It's like I don't even recognize you anymore. Is everything okay? Please tell me this is just a break. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Normal business will be resumed tomorrow, where I will no doubt destroy my channel algorithm once again and do some insane length stream and shout at backseaters and rage at deaths and gush over how amazing the game is. Like every Elden Ring stream I do. If it's any consolation, WG, I did sneak in a couple of hours this morning, though. I don't know. I can't give it up when I won. I've decided not to lie. I can't give it up whenever I want. I need to play it. I need to play. I'm level 121 now, I think. Still, there's a lot of bosses which are giving me trouble. A lot of bosses that are still giving me trouble. Spooky Pen with a $5 says, I'm 6'5". Feel like I'm in living in a doll's world at times. Everything's too small. Haven't bought pants at a store since the 90s. Oh my. You're not quite 6'8" like the great Dr. Disrespect. 6'8", 37-inch vertical leap. Sean McClure with a $2 says, OneRing.net says Sauron is a woman because non-binary. If it's non-binary, why would it be a woman? That doesn't make sense. It's like when you see these non-binary t-shirts up for sale and they come in male and female. So you got some non-binary virtue signal message on your front and you're selling it in male and female. This is the clown world that we're living in, folks. This is the clown world. Am I sponsored by From Software? No, I just love the game. I just absolutely am. I'm addicted to the game. I'm hooked on the game. If From Software want to sponsor me, I will take your member into my mouth. But this is the clown world that we live in, folks. This is the idiocy versus reality. The idiocy is, oh my God, Z's, non-binary Z's, the reality is male and female. That's the reality. Whew. Give me more From Software. Give me more. This is why I won't play their games. I am happy for you. I'm using the royal you. For you to identify as whatever you want to identify as. That's fine. That's you. So be it. But I won't play your game. I won't play your game. There's nothing, as long as you understand and realize that identification of something is what it is. And you understand that you won't ever be one, but you identify. And I have all the sympathy in the world for that. And I will call you out of respect to the people who are legitimate, by the way. How you want to be referred to as, but I will not do it as a demand. I will not do it as a demand, and I will not capitulate to falsehood. I will not capitulate to falsehood. And that's something that too many people are doing. Way too many people are doing. They are allowing lunatics, literal lunatics, and giving them validity. I won't do that. I will not do that. We're very close to talking about G4. Hitchhiker 42 with a £5 says, "Hi, Az. XO6 appears to be doing an old Picard with only 2 articulation points for accuracy. Have you pre-ordered the captain's chair? I have to have it. Yeah. I've already pre-ordered the captain's chair. Give someone an inch and they'll take a mile. This one's taken a country. You gave them an inch and they took a whole fucking country." Drowning Clown with a $10 says, "Today is a good day. Az is having tea," which is actually coffee, "and I'm just sitting here enjoying a link of Bodin." Is that meant to be bourbon? I don't know. A link of Bodin? What is the link of what? What does that even mean? Oh, sausages. Oh, okay. Yeah. Link of sausages. Gotcha. Damn, I could do with some sausages. Mikey Mank with a $5 says, "I picked up some Yorkshire Gold. It's good stuff. It is good stuff. Yorkshire Gold's delicious." I'm just checking on the tweet that I put out at the beginning of the tweet. Marvel have not responded to it. Just saying. Marvel have not responded to the tweet. Hi. I love you. Scratchy kitty. Jay Nash with a $5 says, "Az, the time is nigh for you to do a Picard or even a Robert Picardo haircut. Hair lotion, man. I just shaved my head. I just shaved my head. It's what I like. It's what I like. Is my microphone off today? Oh. Does my microphone sound okay? Sound normal? Sounds okay. Sounds okay. Let me just quickly do one thing. Okay, just try this. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid. I think I'm paranoid. Reet. Speaking of Clown World, did you hear that Canadian restaurant renamed their poutine dish cheesy fries gravy because of the war? Wow, YouTube wouldn't let me send this as a super. Oh, that's because you said the WAR word. Probably. Crazy. There's a lot of craziness going on right now. Speaking of crazy, let's share my screen. So what do we have here, folks? What do we have here? We have the X-Play channel. The X-Play channel. Now, if you don't know, the X-Play channel is part of G4. It's where they put their game reviews and stuff like that. And yeah, nothing particularly special. No, nothing really interesting. No, huh? Oh, wait. Whoa. X-Play had around about 120 something thousand subscribers. They've exploded. They've exploded to 490k subscribers. That is amazing. That is amazing. Channel trailer 3 days ago, 1,269 views on a. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, let's just stop sharing it. Let's just jump to another. Let's just jump to another channel now, shall we? Here we go. It's the G4 channel. I'm so glad I didn't have like big Asian tits in my search engine. Holy cow. You know, when you're just looking at something and sometimes you forget, you know what I'm saying? And in the search engine, it was just like big old Asian titties. So here we are. This is the G4. We all know the G4 channel, folks, don't we? Huh? Yeah, we all know the G4 channel. This is the channel, of course, that Frosk had her meltdown on. You know, her sexism in gaming rant. This is weird though, because G4 had about 490 something subscribers. 490k something, 498k, just shy of 500,000 subscribers. And now they're on 160. Wait a minute. Yeah. You're absolutely correct. they switched their channels. Frosk had destroyed with her rant, her pathetic virtue signaling, narcissistical rant. She destroyed the G4 channel. I work with my heroes. I work with my heroes. Oh, they've done this. It's perfectly. This is perfectly legal to do. And in the statement they released, they said they did it in conjunction with YouTube. YouTube helped them switch their channels. So now they have changed the algorithmically dead because their videos are getting so ratioed. I mean, I haven't looked at a recent one. Let's just look at a recent one. If we go to the videos, let's just here's their D&D one. Let's just see what a D&D one is. Look at that. Whoa, there you go. Okay, so that's their D&D one. 640 upvotes, 665 downvotes. Oops. Oopsies. Here we go. Frosk takes on treatment of women in gaming. Unfortunately, Frosk, you have put that back decades. 4.4k upvotes, 39,000 downvotes.
Be nice on the eyes for you.
What was that? Hold on. Let's just coincidentally, let's just listen to what Frosk is going to say here.
Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for us. Well, number one, that is incorrect. That's just incorrect. Olivia Munn very much existed to be nice on the eye to the viewer. Just because you look like a fucking boy waiting to go through puberty, and you're not nice on the eye, and I say that objectively, just like me, I'm not particularly nice on the eye. The jealousy and the narcissism inside of you is coming out. This is I've said this a couple of times before, folks, and I know this is really controversial. So I ask you, please have it within your heart not to unsubscribe from the channel when I say this, because it might offend a lot of you. It might offend a whole lot of you. But I'm not sure if you're aware, but men and women actually like each other. Men and women actually like each other. I'm sorry for saying that hideous, controversial statement. And I hope that I haven't just lost thousands of subscribers who have just run from the channel. Oh, no. Here comes the clap back in the chat. Oh, I knew that was going to come. Yeah, men and women actually quite like each other. Women, they like men. Some of them like lovely hair, like Dan Vask. Oh, what a beautiful man. Some of them like a rocking bod. I thank you. Okay, I'm joking. Some of them like a rocking bod, like a washboard stomach, like themselves some abs, like themselves a tight little buns. Oh, I know. Everyone's calling me a bigot in the chat now. I knew this would happen. They like themselves confidence. They like themselves a man that's assertive, in control, knows what he wants. I know. I'm just espousing hatred right now. And men, they like women. They like curves. They like buttocks. They like eyes, hair, voice. Many, 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 many different things. Marketing, once upon a time, used to have a saying, and the saying was sex sells. Do you know why? Because sex sells. You have a product that you want to sell, you put a beautiful person by that product. And then plebs like me, bald, fat, uggles, people like me, I look at that advert and go, wow. I mean, I'm imagining that I'm the pretty person with the thing. That could be me. Because sex sells. We used to have I'm gonna get one right now, actually. Let's just get rid of this fucking Justin Bieber bint off my screen for a second. We've done this before, but this is hold on. Wow, that sound. Okay. Here, this is anytime. This is an advert in the UK. I've shown these off once upon a time. These are called, this is for a chocolate bar called Flake. Okay. This is how Cadbury's yes, somebody said Flake advert incoming. You know the score, Paul. Here's a typical Flake advert. Flake is chocolate. Ah! It's not. Oh! That's a pretty tame one. That is a pretty tame one. But that's the type of adverts that we got with the Flake. Now then, as you massive sexist, you just showed a woman sucking off a chocolate bar for the men. That's racism. What about us women? Okay. Women? Look, we all know women like a bit of chocolate. This is how this is how again Cadbury's would trying to sell chocolate to a woman. Let's watch this one. Oh my God.
And all because the lady loves new train.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm going to try and I know because the woman loves the milk tray. James Bond dove. I think it's dived. Doved off a cliff to deliver a box of milk tray on a launch to a beautiful woman. You could tell just by her arm she was a beautiful woman. And then he managed to get past a shark before he delivered it. But then on the way out, he stuck a knife in his mouth and he dived into that water to kill that pesky shark. Holy fuck. Oh my God. It's such toxic masculinity. Oh my God. Oh. Sex sells. Sex sells. One advert was clearly a woman filleting a chocolate bar. That was the connotation. Everyone knows that. The second advert was a woman's fantasy. Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome. Coming, ladies, into your bedroom uninvited. He's dangerous. He's dangerous, but I like it. Coming into your apartment unannounced, leaving a box of chocolates so the lady can sit back and enjoy while the hunter-gatherer goes out and kills the shark. Only the crumbliest thickest dark. Okay. Whew. So, talking about... I'm afraid we're going to have to go back to this fucking thing here. Talking about this fucking thing here. Olivia Munn. Let's hear it again. Actually, let's hear it out the literal horse's mouth. Let's hear it out the literal horse's mouth again.
You jerked off to women as a compliment.
That shit
It's
weird.
not a compliment.
It's weird.
It's dehumanizing and it's weird.
I don't know. I told a woman I jerked off to once. She said, it's okay. I'll flip my bean to you.
Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Wrong. That's just categorically wrong. And you can have all the whoops because all the women behind the camera look like fucking potato sacks. No, that's wrong. They existed to be nice on the eye for us. Once upon a time, G4 was a little bit edgy. It knew its target audience. It put pretty ladies on. It put pretty ladies in costumes. It put pretty ladies in bikinis. It put multiple hot dogs in pretty ladies' mouths. It knew exactly what it was doing. It knew exactly who its audience was. And it knew exactly what they wanted. You want fun. You want sexy ladies. You want the hope, the thought that that could be you. The fantasy. You want the fantasy of it. Now then, a certain person was clapping away like a fucking seal. I can find in this goddamn fucking horrendous. Here we go. Oh, clapping away like a fucking seal. Mr. Adam Sarsler. Let's just go to a little channel, and props to my boy. Sorry, I was looking at something and thinking. Props to my boy Ryan Kinnell for putting this out in a video today. So go to his channel, watch his video as well. This little channel here. What's this? Amaranth is on G4 and taste tests lube. Excuse me. G4 spins 180 degrees and goes full Amaranth bikini ball pit. Now,
hey, thanks for
go to this channel as well, because this guy broke it. This guy's channel is Zax, ZAXX. You'll know which one he is because he's got the one with the domino mask. Go to his channel, click up the upvote on this, and maybe give him some love here as well. But he's the guy that broke this as well. So props to Ryan. Props to this Zach Chappie. Now, you'll notice here, if I go full scrun, in the bottom right corner, we have G4. It's G4. This is a G4 channel. This is because this was on a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer, I should really say. I've not heard of them personally. That's not shade. It's just, you know, I don't go to Twitch unless I want to masturbate over women. I'm joking. That's what Twitch wants, but I wouldn't demean myself to do that. And this, they brought on a Twitch channel. It's huge. He's got like 2 million, I think, 2 million followers or something like that on Twitch. And he joined the G4 crew as part of the G4 crew. So this is why it's branded G4. Now, he's got a bunch of VTubers here. I mean, I don't know. Are they just guys with voice distorters? I don't know. Probably. But yes, Amaranth coming out of a ball pit in a bikini. Now, Frosk, does Amaranth exist to be easy on the eye to the viewer? I think it's absolutely undeniable. You don't put a woman in a ball pit in a bikini. She comes out talking about, well, they're all talking about, by the way, playing with balls. Do you like playing with balls? This is a G4 channel. So within, I think it's 2 months to the day, I think it was the 12th of January that Frosk did her crazy rant. She went for, oh, here we go. Amaranth is now playing with a shake weight, is it? Okay, so let's see what happens here then. I don't really want to, but you know, you could go. There you go. Here we go. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. Now she's not doing it correctly, so she's clearly not exercising. 2 months. And I just want to stress, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what they put on their channel. That's their business. That's his business. He's obviously doing very well. 2 million followers, subscribers, I don't know. But he's doing really, really well on his Twitch channel. So he's doing something that appeals to people. Great. Fine. Whatever. You do you. Doesn't bother me at all. It's the hilarity of G4 and their moralizing. So within 2 months of, I can't. Oh man. Sorry, people. I'm gonna have to. Oh, jeez. Look. This is the face that sunk 1,000 ships. If Helen of Troy was the face that launched 1,000 ships, this is the fucking face that sunk 1,000 ships. Sunk 1,000 fucking erections. They went from this rant about sexism in gaming, about sexualizing women, being weird, to getting on board a successful Twitch streamer, an amaranth in bikinis and jerking off shake weights and talking about loving touching balls and balls on her, with some homoeroticism as well, for good measure. Is this woman here she's gonna rip her top off and start jerking this off too? Amaranth just can't stop jerking that shake and weight. G4 affiliated. Do you know what I honestly think? I don't think Frost gives a shit. I don't think she gives a single solitary shit about Olivia Munn back in the day, about Amaranth here doing that. I don't think she gives a toss. I think the whole sexism in gaming was contrived. I think the whole sexism in gaming derived from the ego of the woman who was mad because of her vanity that the chat would talk about other G4 presenters who, in their eyes, were fitter than her. So this doesn't have anything to do with sexism at all. It doesn't have anything to do with demeaning women or objectifying women. This has everything to do with Frost's own narcissistical vanity of not being number one girl. That's what I think. I think she's a fake. I think she's a phony. I think she likes sound bites and she likes people to, I've just said the word. She likes people to bite to her tweets. She likes confrontation and she likes clout. Zax is here. Dude, what Zax? Boom. Give this guy some love, man. Go to his channel. Give him some love. Drop him a like, a thumbs up, a subscription. Bang. There you are. Let's do that one. There you are, dude. No, thank you. Thank you for compiling this data. So that's what I think. I don't think she gives two hoots that Amaranth is coming out of a ball pit. Nobody does. So what? For people whose cup of tea she is, they'll be happy. For people whose cup of tea she isn't, they don't care. The guy whose Twitch channel is, he knows his audience. Are we back? Are we here? Yeah, we're back. Hey! The Russians, the G4s, they attack me. The G4s attempt to attack my channel. I fight them off. With the angel of HeelvsBabyface. He shot down the G4 attack. Hi, Pookie. Yeah, I put a glass of water for my cat because she couldn't even be asked to go outside to drink. I mean, outside the room, not outside the house. And I forgot about it when I left the office for the night. And when I woke up in the morning, she'd pulled the glass of water down. That's my kitty. So yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares that Amaranth is doing this. It's a nothing burger. It's nothing. She's getting paid probably decent money for this. She's getting good exposure for this. Nobody at G4 is going to talk about this. Nobody at G4 is going to talk about this at all. And like I said, Froska's gone back. She's gone back to her normal ways. I think she recently posted on Twitter. I mean, I don't know. Jesus Christ, I'm not blocked yet. This is amazing. I don't know how much she tweeted. Here we go. Boom. Let's share this. This is Frosk on Twitter 3 days ago. Frosk. Also, if you think feminist is an insult, you're probably an asshole. How many followers she got? 147,000. You can only muster 1,000 likes. 3 days. I would think feminist is an insult. I mean, feminism once upon a time, feminism used to mean equality of the sexes. It used to mean treat women just like men are treated. No different. Parity. Now I don't even think feminism exists. I think third wave feminism exists and fourth wave feminism exists. And so if somebody was to be branded a feminist, yeah, I'd think that was a fucking insult. Am I an asshole? You goddamn right I am. Doesn't make me wrong though. Doesn't make me wrong though. I mean, I don't think you're a feminist. I think you're a narcissist. So if you are responding to somebody, and I don't know the context, I'm just having a whiff here. But if somebody called you a feminist, like fucking feminist or something like that, as an insult, and you think you're identifying, no, I don't think you're a feminist. I think you're an opportunist. I think you're a narcissist and an opportunist. That's what I think you are. Clout chaser. An egotistical clout chaser. You still employed? She won't be for long. Also, people who say social justice warrior like it's a bad things. These are huge red flags. Twitch affiliate. Okay. Marketing and sales director at Heavy Metal Link. Ha 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 Oh, is oh boy. Oh, you need to fucking shut your hole, bitch. 29 likes. Wow, dude. That's some good reach from the sales and marketing director at Heavy Metal Magazine. Fucking hell. Look at you. Look at that fucking avatar. Do you know what the avatar says? That avatar says soy. Yeah, heavy metal got fucking cucked. They did get cucked. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. What are you doing? I don't know what she's gone crazy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. Come on. No, come on. No. Good girl. Good girl. That's it. Yeah, they let the wolf in the door. Heavy Metal. They let the wolf in the door. And then I think at their time, because I think they've removed them and they've got a new one on. But their social media manager decided, no, she's doing just being a crazy cat. She's just like running around everywhere and doing weird shit. Their social media manager, when they hired that fucking SJW, and yeah, when somebody says social justice warrior, it is a red flag. It's a red flag to avoid them at all fucking costs. Avoid them at all costs. So the social media guy started, oh my God, if you don't like this, then we don't want you as customers type of business. And they just got absolutely destroyed. Absolutely fucking destroyed. Wait, that's the comic industry. Now they're selling NFTs and their owner looks like he's on fucking drugs all the time. So that's where the money's going, folks. To somebody's fucking crack habit. Coke habit. Some of y'all need a reminder. So look. Before I read the tweet, check mark, pink hair, white woman. Nice. Zach's just got over 300 subs now. Don't stop. I'm leaving that message up there. Go to Zach's channel. Drop him some love. Drop him a sub. Watch those G4 videos. What you do to them, that's your business, and I don't want to know. But drop him a like on those videos as well. Give him a signal boost, people. Come on, give him a good signal boost. So that's just, just based off what I see here. Checkmark, pink hair, white woman. Yes, the terms TERF and transphobe are insulting. So are the words racist and sexist. They also descriptions of real behavior that hurts real people. If you feel bad because someone has identified your behavior as harmful, that does not make you the victim. I don't even know what the fuck she's saying. The terms TERF and transphobe are insulting. So are the words racist and sexist. They're also descriptions of real behavior that hurt people. If you feel bad because someone has identified your behavior as harmful, that does not make you the victim. Well, this is the problem, Laurie. This is the problem. 9 times out of 10, I'm willing to bet that their behavior isn't racist, sexist, transphobic, or turfish. But because you're so thin-skinned and desperate to always be the victim, You, just like they say in Jurassic Park, life finds a way for a fucking SJW to be a fucking victim. Consent is key. Jesus Christ. Oh fucking hell, we got Sherlock fucking Holmes here, people. We've got Sherlock fucking Holmes. Consent is key. Damn it. I was just about to rape them. Oh well. Looks like I'm gonna have to ask permissionsies. I always ask for consent before I think about it. It's what helps stop things like grape. And can help stop abuse too. If we don't learn how to properly consent, we will never learn from our experiences. Dude, I'm thinking of calling the fucking FBI on you because I think you've got a fucking problem. I think you've got a fucking problem and the projection level here is off the charts. I like to think about graping, but then I ask consent first. Even before I think about it. Didn't you just ask people at the beginning of the year to be nicer to other people? Kind of hypocritical if you're calling people assholes. That's a word. That's a word to associate every kind of these Frosk people. Then I'm glad I'm an asshole by your definition. Oh, they're talking about J.K. Rowling. Rowling has created a storm cloud over the term. What? That women are women? Yeah, that's a real controversial. That's a real controversial line. Women are women. Women are women. Jesus Christ, we're getting into some real controversial territory now. Look, you know, JK might be fighting now, but boy, she let the wolves in the door. The people who are attacking her now are the very people she was pandering to for years. She woke up way too late. And now she's fighting her own problem. Oh my God. Oh boy. Watch out. Potential sex predator. It always amazes me how many people who criticize feminism have no clue about the movement or theory. No, the theory is equality between the sexes. That's what feminism was. Equality, parity with man. Now, it's not. Now it's all kinds of fucked up shit. But you are a predator, a sexual predator in waiting. And I would never let you near a woman if I was in your vicinity. Particularly one that had a glass of, I don't know, maybe alcohol that you could put a roofie in. We need to save this entire Twitter page for a history lesson on how to J-damn your career. I'm a feminist and I'm proud. Is that a guy? DJ Joel Serpico? Male feminists. AKA sexual predators. I totally understand your bitterness after your abject demolition of G4TV. Keep it up. Another male proud feminist, aka sexual predator. If you think arsehole is an insult, you're probably not an arsehole. They want to kill the men. They all hate the men. Same shit as all lives matter. Literally missing the point of calling out targeted hatred. I've got some targeted hatred that I can call out right now. Let me just bring it up for you. There was this person that did some real targeted hatred. They were called Frost. Unfortunately for her, she targeted her audience and destroyed the G4 channel so much that the 500,000 subscriber channel not only started losing subscribers, about 10,000, but destroyed the algorithm so no videos got any traction at all. And they had to swap it with XPlay because the XPlay algorithm wasn't destroyed thanks to this bint. It's so funny when you're a virtual signaling piece of shit company here. I'm not talking individual, company here. Because one of your employees has just destroyed your channel. It's destroyed an income source. It's destroyed a marketing and advertising platform, particularly for the esports that they want to do. It's destroyed any growth that channel can do. And it's forced you into making a horrendous decision to swap channels because you need to push the brand that the fucking bitch destroyed. But you can't fire her. You can't fire her, which you should, with immediate effect, because she espoused the very ideology that you want to virtue signal. And so if you fired her, you would be firing her for that. As Adam Sussler said, I work with my heroes. So how can you fire the hero that you work with? Life is good, people. Life is good. Okay, let's finish off these super duperies now. Flying Piranha with a $2 says Amaranth was on G4 in a bikini. G4 affiliated channel. So yes, by all intents and purposes, a G4 approved channel. Therefore, G4 approving the content of said channel. Do you know what I would find absolutely hilarious is I think the Ryan Kinnell video had started off really well. It was like on 20,000 views after 2 hours. If that video, if other videos, this stream, add it all together, if they get traction on this, it would be absolutely hilarious to see how G4 respond. Particularly if people are just like, you 2 months ago, you were clapping your hands like a fucking retarded seal as a narcissist who was mad because other people found other members of G4 prettier than her, decided to turn it into sexism in gaming. This also, by the way, wasn't just because of that. It was also because she has shit written for her, and therefore all the mistakes and the shit that's written for her, she spoke. And she very kindly threw her colleagues under the bus during this rant. Did you know that? While they applauded her. While they applauded her, she threw her colleagues under the bus. We have these written for us. I didn't write this myself. We have this written for her. Ryan's video is now over 100,000 views. Go, Ryan. Go, Ryan. Let's have a look. $101,000 views. You go, fucking Ryan. Well done, man. Well done. Good lad. That's got some traction. So G4, who supported this, who went out and said, I work with my heroes. You get him, Frosk. Woo, woo, woo. Behind the camera from the sax. It's weird. Well, 2 months later, now you've got women with her tits hanging out on a G4 channel. So, doesn't that make you hypocrites? Doesn't that make you hypocrites? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's weird. Where did we get to? There we go. JA with a $10 says, wait, that was James Bond. I couldn't tell because he was crying about some woman he lost years ago. That's when men were men, and James Bond wasn't a soy cuck. Kaylin Blackwell with a 1 Canadian fiddy. Hot dog. Dave's Eternal Rage with a £4.49 says, as take a look at YouTube at that Souls Girl watching Henry Cavill build a PC. The tables turned and I approve. Wandering Paladin has been a Force sensitive member for 13 months. Keep up the good work. Take extra vitamins to combat the brain damage from watching Batwoman and the Nay Nay Show. I think it's too late. I think the damage is done. The damage is done, so I guess I believe. And George Kessler with $2 says Frost's rant will have all impact of a wet fart. Oh no. It had a massive impact. Frost's rant had a massive impact. It was unfortunately completely the reverse of what they wanted. And it ended up destroying the G4 channel. Destroying the G4 channel, causing this swap, and all the other stuff that I went into. So it did have a massive impact, just exactly the reverse of what the impact was that they wanted. Greyman with a 2 Swiss francs says, Shawcat. I've shown my pussy. Sergey Kennedy, maybe, with a $5 says, I have to binge watch those flake commercials right now. Be rude not to. Arkansas with a $5 says, this is getting weird. Why people like this? He asks consent before thinking about it. Oh, okay. So I believe the one of the SJW-isms is if you think it, you're committing it. If you think it, you're committing it. So he's saying, I ask for consent before I think about stuff. Number one, no, he doesn't. He's a fucking sexual predator. but he's going alongside the doctrine. He got the download and he's going alongside the doctrine. Yeah, it's a thought crime. So if you think something, it's as bad as doing the deed. So if Olivia Munn was dressed up in a French maid's outfit, and I was thinking, hello, then I've just committed rape in the eyes of the thought crime police. I should have asked consent before thinking about it. Is he just screaming, do you consent at people? Also, hot dog. I think he's projecting, and I think he's mightily damaged in the Swede. Statesman Well has been a Jedi Master for 24 months. That's 2 years. He says, have you noticed how many successful YouTubers have a beard, however small? Must be something in the hair, in the right place. Giggity. Right, folks. That is where we're going to call this stream. I need to find out what Central Time it is now, by the way. Central Time. No. Is it? Okay, it's 12. Is it 12:42 Central Time? Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to be back in about an hour and a quarter with Exotic Girl as we play Dying Light 2. Blue-eyed. Oh, by the way, Gary Walker has been a stormtrooper for 22 months. Kaylin Blackwell has been a stormtrooper for has joined as a stormtrooper. So thank you, Kaylin. Thank you. Blue-eyed Roof Korean the base with a $5 says 4D chess, brilliant. Force the hypocrisy call out. Watch them eat each other alive and heads pop when Amaranth ends up hosting a show for thirsty boys. I know. It's pretty hilarious. So massive thank you to everyone who came and watched this afternoon. Mega thank you to my mods. Purple Valkyrie's been here the whole time. Thank you so much, my darling. Massive thanks to everyone who hit the super chat button, supported the stream. Everyone who hit the join button and supported the stream. Again, can't thank you enough. I'll be back in about an hour and a quarter. Hey, Nina. About an hour and a quarter with Dying Light 2 with Exit a Girl. So until then, take care. Have a lovely Sunday. And bye for now.